Okay, here I am back with Weekend Ramblings 2. Well, on this Weekend Ramblings Part 2, by the way, I wanted to say a shout out to good old Tom, my old buddy. You have yourself a great weekend, or not weekend, but a nice holiday, mahalo and all that good stuff from Hawaii, Sorry, there we go. Got it. I got it right now. Yeah. Tom's going to be flying overhead. Hi, Tom, if you're up there. On his way to Hawaii. And aloha and all that good stuff, Tom. So my other little rambling rants. Maybe that's all I call it, rambling rants. I did check out Tabs' new website on Pipe Presenters. I'm going to have to kind of figure out what I'm supposed to do there. On one hand, I love a lot of this technology stuff, and that's what I'm going to talk about next, but some of this stuff I'm kind of going, okay, what do I do now? I feel like the grandparent that you hand the new remote to for the new TV, and they don't have a clue. And some of the stuff, some people think I'm Mr. Techno Geek and everything, and I have some level of interest in certain software packages, which I'm going to talk about, but I can't figure out everything. I mean, I love listening to Leo Laporte. How many Leo Laporte lovers do we have out there? Leo Laporte, the tech guy. Yeah. I'm kind of in the know, and I would never consider myself a quote-unquote professional, but I'm a prosumer. That's a new word they just coined in light of the new Final Cut Pro 10 debacle that's going on right now. Okay, so the rest of this little ramblings is going to be a kind of more of a tech-based kind of a thing. For all the youth out there, you enthusiasts and professionals and and prosumers, if you're into Apple, not just Apple pipes, but Apple tobacco and Apple tobacco. Hey, guess what? I haven't seen an Apple tobacco review yet. And I know they used to make Apple tobacco, and it was great stuff. Well, back then I thought it was great. I probably think it would probably be not that great now, but hey, there's something to think about. Boy, I got it. Now I'm starting to think. You can see where I'm going with that. Oh boy, another review I could do on Apple pipe tobacco. Okay, so my last rant. How much time do I got here? Oh, I got almost 7 minutes. Yeah, is about the new Final Cut Pro 10, and you saw I gave you a little demonstration of that a couple of days ago. But a lot of people right now who are professional video editors are up in arms and angry and mad, blah 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 blah. And I don't want to discount them, because obviously these people earn their paychecks from this software that has been it is a great software, Final Cut Pro 7. For those of you who use it, know what I'm talking about. Fantastic program, okay? And they make major motion pictures with that. Some recent ones were True Grit, Mr. Cogburn, and The Social Network, about what's his name, Zuckerberg guy. Okay, and it does. I think they used it to make one of Peter Jackson's movies about King Kong. I mean, there's a whole bunch of movies that use Final Cut Pro. Okay, great, cool, great software, great suite of programs. But the problem is, and this is where I'm starting to have to ask some questions, is supposedly the pros. I feel like I've got a little volcano here, it's spewing on me, are all upset because they're saying, well, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that, and they're right. A lot of them are right. I'm not saying they're not. But here's the fishy question that I have. By the way, for all you Columbo fans out there, yeah, you know, Columbo, remember Columbo, Peter Falk. God bless Peter Falk. He passed away yesterday or the day before. Great guy. But he'd always ask those questions, and it goes back to my original ramble here. You know, if something wasn't quite right with the alibi, you know, Peter Falk and Columbo would kind of go, I just got to ask you just one more question. You know, and usually the villain was a kind of a Swabian deboner kind of guy or gal who thought they got away with this perfect crime. And usually it was when they're packing up their suitcase to go to Hawaii. Tom? And Peter Falk would just kind of show up on the doorstep unannounced, you know. Lieutenant Columbo, what are you doing here? Yeah. You know, I was thinking, you know, last week, you know, you were talking about how you got into the house and everything. What's that got to do? We've already been through that. Yeah, I know, but I just had this one question. What about the keys? What do you mean, what keys? Yeah, that's the question I just asked myself, you know. What about the key? You'd have to have a key to get in the door, wouldn't you? And all of a sudden, his alibi crumbles and he finds out, he's the murderer. Well, my question is this. All these people are saying, well, it doesn't import files from the old program. Good question. I mean, good comment, you know, right? Especially if it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. It doesn't do the thing called multicam edit. It's a big one. But the thing is, this was in beta for like a year and a half. And not only that, they showed them the program 2 months ago in April. Now, you would think somebody in there, I mean, I'm not a professional, but I would certainly go, excuse me, does it import older files from Final Cut Pro 7? Very important, basic question, you know. Does this lighter, does it have, you know, butane in it? You know, it won't work if it doesn't, but, you know, yeah. So the thing is that most people knew about this program. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing I think is what's going on. They designed a brand new program, and they gave it the same name. That might have been kind of a mistake. They should have just maybe called it something new, which would say this relates to Final Cut Pro, blah blah blah. Call it something else. You know, iApple editor or something like that. But a lot of people just kind of thought, and this is where I kind of have a problem, what were they smoking, you know, in some ways? Because even I know that when you get a new program or you upgrade, you don't assume, actually you do, the thing you assume is, I may not be able to open up my older files. They may not be compatible. This may not be backwards compatible. I learned that with Windows, you know, a long time ago. And Apple, unfortunately, kind of makes some of those same mistakes. I mean, it's software, folks. It's not the second coming, you know, of the Messiah kind of thing. So, you know, even though some of the complaints are legitimate, my question is, well, why weren't these very basic concerns? Excuse me? Yes, you have a question? Yeah. Does it do multicam edit? Glad you asked that. No, it doesn't. But in a new update, it will, you know. I mean, I'm sure that they had a chance at least, and people in beta were where are the beta testers is my question, you know. So that's been my little bugaboo for the last 3 days. I'm not an Apple defender or spokesman, but I am saying that some of the questions and some of the comments, it almost seems like the iPhone 4, and I'm going to end with this, the iPhone 4 thing last summer, about the same time. People were trying to make a big deal about it, and, you know, to some people, yeah, it seemed like, you know, the antenna was dropping, but when it came down to it, it was more of a software glitch than an architectural glitch, and it just, you know, people are still buying iPhone 4s, folks, okay? And they're still buying Final Cut Pro 10, you know? So, anyway, that's just my little rant. It's my weekend rant. So thank you for being so patient and kind and listening to the old Holy Smoking Pipe Padre as he sits here on a Saturday morning drinking some coffee, smoking a briar, and just getting it out there. Yeah. Thanks for watching.